Hi everyone. Hello everyone. Am I audible? We'll just wait 1 2 minutes to see if more people are joining. Hi Shalu. Hello Melissa. Thank you for joining. All right, so let's start. It's 5 minutes now. So good evening everyone. First of all, thank you for giving your valuable time and spending your I don't know morning, afternoon, or evening with me, depending on different time zones. So this is me, Dr. Anuja Shukla, and today we are going to talk about how AI can be used for writing your dissertation. So, over a past period of 2 years, since generative AI has come into scene, you know, so many new tools are upcoming with each maybe passing day or passing week. So the point is, here we are going to try to see what new we have as of now on the table. So once we know what is there, and we will try to understand how we can leverage the possibilities of AI. So without wasting the time, it's 9:05 Indian timing. So we have waited for the 5 minutes. We'll start the session. Also, I would request you to put down your questions in the chat box so that I can understand if you have certain expectations. I would love to solve your queries. So give me a thumbs up if you're with me. We'll start. Great. Thank you. Uh, so you might be thinking how the today's session would look like and what you're going to learn today's session. Please remember, whatever you are going to learn today is going to transform tomorrow. That means whatever AI tools are there today, they are going to change the way how the research has been done so far. Sometimes people don't accept that AI would change our way how research is being done, but we have to accept that AI has kind of transformed the way the research is being done. So, in today's class, we'll try to see as many as possibilities available as of now so that we can start our research work. So, what is a dissertation comprised of? So, very simply, if we talk about dissertation, has only five things: introduction, literature review, research design, data analysis, and conclusions. These are the five standard terminologies in a dissertation across the world, whether you're from whatever university. Some minor headers would get increased or reduced, but these are the thing which you will have to do. And in the end, after you have written everything, you have to write the abstract. So please always remember, abstract is written after your research has been completed. All right. So now the first thing is, we always have a dilemma of what to write in introduction, what to write in literature review, how to write. So probably today we'll try to see what AI tools are available and how we can leverage some of them to uh, speed up our dissertation, because AI is a good tool. So first thing is, I have been always talking about GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. So that's a very uh, common thing that we say in research, garbage in, garbage out, which basically means that if your paper that you are reading is of not a good quality, the output would be bad. So you can join with me. We have to install Rapid Journal Quality Check, which is a Google Chrome extension. So I'm going to just switch my screen so that you can see my entire screen. Okay, perfect. So first thing is, we'll just simply go here and we'll check. Just I'll show you again what you have to install. You have to install Rapid Journal Quality Check. So we'll go here and simply try Rapid Journal Quality Check, and we'll write Chrome extension. I'm also typing the name in the chat box. Those who want to practice along with me can practice. Okay. So first thing is, you have to have this toolbar enabled in your Chrome. So it's very simple. You have to just go and click on Add to Chrome. Uh, Added. Now, what is the beauty of this? What is the first stage at which we start looking for a research paper? It's Google Scholar. And when we go to Google Scholar, let's say we want to work upon a topic called as consumer socialization. That's my area of study. The biggest problem that we face is we don't understand which journal to read. So, see, your Google Scholar looks like this in normal situations. But as soon as you will install the Rapid Journal Quality Check, it will show you as I refresh. Look at the magic. That's the best part of this AI tool. Yeah. It gives you all the quartiles Q1, Q2, A star. Do you find this interesting enough? I find this very interesting. Okay, perfect. So this tool is little old. So because every year, or so when we say every year, different journals keep on updating these. So some update in January, some update in Feb. So sometimes new updates come later here. So you can have a human check, of course, above this, and otherwise, uh, this is good to begin with. Now, those who are aware, those who have been listening to me for a long time, I have been very vocal about this. You have to read FT50 at the first stage. So, if I say in terms of priority, it's like FT50, which is Financial Times 50 ratings. These are the top 50 journals. Then A star you should read, then A, then B. This should be your sequence of uh, citing, reading, deciding what journal to read. Try to read as many as FT50 papers. Okay. Now let's come here. So that's our filter criteria. So as quickly as see, I can see four papers on my screen. So my priority, which paper I will read is, just try telling me sequence number. Which paper should I read? Paper number 1, 2, or 3, 4, depending what is on my screen. Which paper should be our first priority? Please try answering. So let me, that will help me understand that you're listening to me. Okay, paper one, two, three, four. Which paper should we read first? The fourth one. Absolutely right. Yeah, Shalu is correct because it's A star, you know. That's what we were talking about. FT50, A star, then A, then B. And after that, if you want, then comes your Q1, Q3. That should be your way of thinking. Okay, in terms of prioritization, of course you can read any paper you like on the basis of the topic or area of interest you want, but in terms of the quality of the journals, this would be a good thing to start with. So we get a star paper. So that's how. Then comes A. So second will be my this choice. Then comes third paper, fourth paper. So these are the first four paper I would be focusing upon, right? Of course, we'll see these are accessible or not. So if these are not accessible, then probably you can write to these authors, or there is a thing called as Sci-Hub. If you have not heard, how many of you are not aware about Sci-Hub? Or how many of you are, rather, let me say, how many of you are aware about Sci-Hub? Yeah, Melissa is saying your computer cannot see this perfectly, Melissa. So just Melissa, add this step. Please add this to your Chrome. I'm just sending this link in your chat box. Please add this to your Chrome. Everyone, those who are on the systems. Now is it working? Please see. Perfect. So now that gives us first line of thought that we are going to use good quality papers. Next, some papers, if are paid and we cannot find, the next tool that you are going to learn. So first tool that we learned here is, let me just write it again. The first tool we learned was a rapid journal quality check. The second tool that we are going to learn is Sci-Hub. So sometimes we cannot get the paid paper. So Sci-Hub is, you know, lifesaver. But what happens is, maybe when you'll go to Sci-Hub, so I'll tell you what is Sci-Hub. Sci-Hub is a platform where paid papers are shared by research scholars. So as you understand, this is not supported by many of the business houses or the organizations. So they keep on banning this website. So what I'm going to tell you now is the tip. So how to find that at given point of time which Sci-Hub link is working. Okay, Sci-Hub link is working, but which one? As of now, this is not working. This is some vague one. So what we'll do is, we will go to Google. Please note the steps. In Google, we'll simply type Sci-Hub. We'll leave all this, everything. we'll jump to Wikipedia. This is the trick. I'm going to give you a lot of tricks today. So we go to Wikipedia. Why we go to Wikipedia? Because Wikipedia will give you all the possible URLs it is working. It gets updated here. So just try seeing which link is working. And okay, this one is also not working. We have to find a working link. That would be a difficulty because they keep on banning these links. So this time I can see the Wikipedia one is also not the correct one. Or let me just remove the about us page. Maybe we can reach. Yeah, back to main. You click on back to main and you reach. Okay. So let's say this is a paper I want to download. There are two ways of searching on Sci-Hub. You copy the title and you put your title here. And you get a paper which was a paid paper and you can download from this. As simple as that. Do you think this is useful? Give me a thumbs up. Make me happy. I'm giving you a lot of tricks. Awesome. Great. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So majority of the papers would be available. Some very recent papers which are coming from 2024 may not be available because they take some time to do. And this is free. They may ask for some charity or some donation. If you want, give. Otherwise, you're good to go. The second way of searching is sometimes the title it's not able to catch. So what you'll do is you'll just go and look at the DOI number and copy paste the DOI number. So there are two ways of searching on Sci-Hub, and this is a place where you will find a lot of paid papers. So and you can download them. The best part of this is this. So this is another, it's not an AI tool, but yeah, I will call it a good research tool, which is handy because many times we get struck that I'm not getting the paper that I'm dreaming for. And that's why my research gets struck. So this was about Sci-Hub. Now I have AI tool, which tells me good journal. I have Sci-Hub, which can help me get the papers. So what next? As per the dissertation requirement, we have to start with introduction literature review. So let's go to the introduction section. So let's say I want to do paper, and the first thing your guide might ask is, oh, what topic you're working on? What is the title that you're working on? So you can use a AI tool called as title generator. So I'm just putting the link in the chat box. You can use this and we'll work on this together. I'll take a pause to see if you have some questions on Sci-Hub or Rapid Journal Quality Check. Please let me know if you have some questions on that. Anything? Or we should move ahead? Okay. So please repeat the last point after Sci-Hub. Uh, okay. So in Sci-Hub, basically we were discussing, yeah, I'll do a quick revision. In the PPT, we were discussing that first thing is we'll install the AI tool through which we will get to know the quality of the journal. So after installing that, we can see this Q1, Q2, A star FT50. So as of now, you can see there is no FT50 journal. We can also shortlist from here to see what is the recent paper talking about A star. So always start your reading from FT50 followed by A star followed by A followed by B, even B and Q1, Q2, they all come in the same ranking. Sometimes Q1 goes here. So that's how you should read positioning of the papers ranking wise. So once you know this, next thing is we have to generate the title of the thesis. Please follow this link what have been shared in the chat box. I'm again sharing that. This tool, this is an AI tool which can help you in generating the title. So let me practice with you. So we'll go to this. Okay, we are inside it. So it will ask you some registrations and this and that. You have to be little patient with the computers. Okay. So what you want to do here, if you see there are a lot of options. You want to rewrite a text, you want to do plagiarism check, plagiarism search, you want to do a Google Scholar search, you want to check AI content or AI writing. So we'll go to essay writing. It's a big tool. You want to write essay, you want to write a research paper, everything. So you have to see what you want to do. You can summarize your research work. You can chat with the chatbot if you are struck with some things. You can give a research paper, and for example, you're working on a paper. You can give that complete text, copy and paste here, and ask it to summarize for yourself. So many options are there. So we'll start with what we want to do. It's so big. So let's start with writing a research paper. Okay. Now it will ask you so many things like what do you want a paper in some particular language? So I believe you all will be doing a research in English. Now it will ask you what kind of title you want, or is there any area, because it can't generate a random title. That means, so first thing that I always tell my scholars is you have to define an area. So at least it is asking for some area. For example, if I continue with my topic, I want to talk on consumer socialization, maybe in marketing. So these are some of my keywords. Okay, even if I am not very clear of my title, even the broad keywords would work, right? How many paragraphs you want? Do you want to have Google search? Is a particular kind of abstract you want? And if you want, this is the best part. Sometimes what happens is, because it is automatically generating, so it may give a different differences. But as we started searching from here, I have own set of papers which I wanted to work upon. For that, you can add your own references. Of course, these all are paid, right? So, okay, we'll go ahead, we'll improve the title. It will work, and it has given us some recommendation. The influence of consumer socialization techniques in marketing strategies on behavior and decision making among children and adolescents. So, as fast as this, right? If you want, you can edit the outlines. You want the paper, you'll just ask it to generate paper. Now can you copy paste this paper? The answer is no, because the Turnitin software catches it is being generated by AI. But you can use it as a base to start writing, start thinking, and then what you're left is with paraphrasing. So if you see, it automatically kinds of generates some research papers, and definitely you have to buy a paid version to get more features of this. So if you want, you can go ahead. Towards the end of the session, I'll also tell you, because there is also different AI tools, how many you will buy. So that also I'll suggest you. But to begin with, this is good to have some content. And if you see language is good, English is good, parenthesis, full stop, comma. So you can have your first draft being ready from this app. Okay. Another feature of this same app is, so it's more than this was a research paper. So I just told you it's a very big AI tool. Another thing is, if you want to generate some titles only, so let's say your supervisor says, okay, give me 4 5 possible titles. So from here I got some idea. Okay, influence of consumer socialization on blah blah blah. I'll just copy paste it. So you have to first tell what is this? Is it a thesis or a research paper? So as of now, we are focusing on dissertation today. So we'll write thesis, topic. Now target audience, it's not necessary to give, but still if you want to give, you can say who is going to be the reader. So I'm going to write here university professor. Then it will ask you what is the kind of tone you want. So I'll write academic or professional, whatever you like, you can write. How many sample research topics you want to be generated? So I want at least 5 topics to be generated. Okay. uh, yeah, I think this is my requirement, you see. So we have written thesis, topic is something that I already generated from one AI. Then my target, the tone I want, and the number of titles. As soon as I'll click on start, it will start thinking and will start giving you some results. Now you see you have different types titles from the same topic yet different. So you can now go ahead and discuss with your seniors or supervisor or your thesis mentor, whatever you call them guide, coach, that, oh, these are the 5 topics that I'm looking into. Okay. Shady is asking, is this? Yeah, it is being recorded and we'll share with you. Don't worry, Shady. So please let me know if this, you feel this is okay for you to digest. You like this, dislike this? Any questions? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. You see, sometimes what happens is we fall short of words, as simple as that. So, even if you can paraphrase this perfectly fine, but you get some thoughts, you get some words to start with. Now, after getting the title, what is the next stage? Writing maybe introduction or the literature review. So you can go to another tool called as size space. In the size space, you can write the thesis, but before that, I would like you to understand AI tool or a website called as Connected Papers. Now, why I'm talking about Connected Papers is, again, if you go to an AI tool, you ask it, it will write anything. Please understand, it's just a tool. But we are writing dissertation, so it is the university norm that even if you're using AI, responsibility is yours. So we have to tame AI. That's how I will say, rather than depending on AI and believing blindly the AI. So I would suggest you going through Connected Papers. What this does is, so I found this paper good, or this paper, anyone, whatever paper you like, feeling like that, okay, this is the paper I love, or this paper is the paper I love. You can pick any paper, then you can go to Connected Papers and you can click on build graph. Now what it is doing is trying to find out all the possible papers which are related to this and have cited this. So if I click on this, it will create a visual map. So it's building the graph. It takes some time, and it will visually show you which papers are related to your papers, which papers are far away from your papers, so you have a better idea. Okay. So it basically says the bigger the size of the circle, the more important or more cited it is. So higher the citations. What is citation? That other people are referring to this paper. So if more people are referring to this paper, we can understand it as a data point that uh, you know this paper may be considered as relevant. That's how we'll say. Okay. The bigger the size means higher the citation, means more people like this, in simple words. Then center. If there's a paper in center versus how will interpret a paper which is far away. So if a paper is in the center, you can understand it's a pure theory or a very uh, core paper, just like at the beginning of the study, not even the beginning, but many people are liking this or they're talking about this topic. So if I just look at the center core, they're talking about influence of consumer socialization on gender differentiation in the financial literacy. The papers which are near to each other will be closely related. See, financial literacy, financial literacy. This is pension system. So again, finance. This is again financial literacy. So you see, it is automatically clubbing with respect to the concept or field of study. The more you far go away, it will change. The more you go far away, it will change. From financial literacy, it has reached to financial socialization. So, why this is important? Can someone help me understand that any learning that you can take from this diagram, what this diagram can tell us? Anything that comes to your mind. How you will use, then I will tell how we can use this. Please try thinking uh, what um, how you can use this data set. You can unmute yourself, you can talk, or you can type whatever you feel like. Any idea? Okay. So
For
Nels,
literature review, I think it will be more useful, ma'am.
yes, but
Year
what?
wise, we can see the connectivity,
Okay,
and there is a close network of the papers also, how it is connected. That is what I can observe.
yeah, that could be one thing, but uh, where it will fail is this grouping is not on the basis of year, but rather than the proximity in terms of concept. So we have some more answers. Niali is saying whether there are many papers in the area. Okay. Melissa says I'll use the article close to the central point. It saves me time. Okay. What basis the papers are connecting on? Yeah, Niali. So papers are connecting on the basis of concept. So for example, it's talking about financial literacy. So financial literacy are towards the center. Okay, that's how it is. And the far it is unrelated to this. Shalu says we will get to know about the theories different people have used in the paper and the problem they face. Like I said, different variables. Yes, you can see how people are growing the field. Know about relevant studies cause more far away, that means not connected, how the areas evolve. Absolutely right, you all are right, but I will probably think in a reverse way. So, how will I think? I am basically thinking in terms of research gaps. Should I pick a paper if I'm starting my thesis from center or far away? Just start thinking in terms of research gap. Just think center we should go ahead or different one. Far away. Absolutely right. Okay. So once I know our area is overpopulated, I am not going to do research on this. Yes, for literature review, this is very good. But then we feel like, oh, this has, everyone has done this. So when everyone has done this, your supervisor will always ask, oh, then what is the novelty of the report? What is the new thing that you are doing? So you have to again tell them that, see, this is the novelty of the report. And you can say nobody or very few. Now there's a very common sentence that we all use in research. Very few people have done study in this area. Now how will you prove that? If you have this kind of visionizing tool, then you can prove that. Okay. So this is one way of looking at connected papers through which we can get the research gap. What is the another thing that we can do? Other thing we should think upon is, because we are doing research, okay, so we should be able to understand that which paper is more uh, I'll say cited. Because once you go into your core field of research, your thesis supervisor will always question you, who is the most popular author in your field, which one is the most important paper in your field. So how will you find the most important paper? The paper which is cited highest, not necessarily it is in the center. So this paper is in the center, but it is having how many citations? 55 citations. This paper is far away, but it is having 557 citations. So we are having two understandings from this session. What are these two understandings? First, that the most important paper may not be the most worked upon field. Okay, these are two different things. That's what I'm trying to help you understand. This is the most worked upon field, more people are working on this, but this is not the most liked paper or most cited paper. Most cited paper is this one. So for me, this paper is an important paper and this is an important area. Okay? Important paper versus important area. I'll just type it so we remember. It helps us in understanding important paper of my study versus important area. It also helps us in understanding untouched area. Untouched area is the research gap. Now you pick up anything and play around with circles and get some new literature, keep on searching, go wide, just open any random thing and yeah, then it's fun. Open the first paper of consumer socialization coming from Moshe. Let's see what Moshe has said and how he's being positioned in the literature. Actually, one thing, if you remember, those who have been watching this screen, can you just think in terms of the size of the circle. Uh, do you think the size of circle in these diagrams are bigger or were there in the previous one? What do you think? Second one. What does that means? This means this area is bigger. Now just see these topics, if you see, are generic topics. Consumer socialization, that was consumer socialization into finance, and something very specific, very niche, consumer acceptance, adolescents. So I'm just trying to take you into the noun and verb, the nomenclature of the title now. That's how you'll refine the AI title. See, AI will give you a title, but if you present the AI title, where is the research? Okay, so here we can see the circles are bigger. That means it's a more wider topic and it is having higher citation. Now what that means, so I see a lot of faculty friends also here. So see, once I do my research, after doing my research, for me it is important that people cite me. So people will cite me, absolutely right, Melissa, more citation. People will cite me if I am choosing a broad area. Broader the area, broader my topic, higher the possibility of my citation. The narrower the specific my area, the lesser the citation. Okay, also just type down here, broader the topic, higher the citation, and vice versa. So, do you think you should have a specific topic or a broad topic in your research thesis? So, for thesis, you will have a specific topic. First thing first. No, that's the psychology works here. So I'll just write here. For thesis, you will have a specific. Your guide will say no specific. But when you are going to publish paper, then broader. So that's how you have to be little niche in these things. Because thesis nobody cites. Papers are being cited, and I want to appeal to a mass population. That's how I would love to position. So if you are planning to go into paper publication or anything like this, then this is very important. Thesis should be very narrow, very specific. But for publication, so I want consumer socialization. If I'm writing my research on, I want finance people to cite it, I want HR people to cite it, I want everyone to cite it. So for example, if I want to publish a paper, I will publish a paper something like this: metaverse and opportunities. Now let's say if I publish a paper like this with this topic, metaverse and opportunities, finance will also cite, HR will also cite, agriculture will also cite. That's how I'll get more citations for my research paper. But for thesis, this is much broader topic. We'll say opportunities in maybe HR. Even in HR, you will go HR analytics, or within that, even you will go to emotions or something. So thesis topic should be highly specific. But for publication, little broader topic. That's how we define the depth. So after we have curated the AI title, we have put down our human intellect by using the connected papers. Now we can go to a website called as SciSpace, which can help you in writing this. So let's go to SciSpace. So right now it's hosted on Typeset. I think they're shifting their domain or something. So what this can do is It says do hours worth of reading in minutes. So please, I always say, if you think you go to YouTube, there are many people, I have been seeing the videos, they'll say, oh, use GPT for writing your research. As soon as you write, a Turnitin will catch and your guide will reject your thesis. Please understand, AI should be used very smartly to aid our research, not we should depend on AI. So you can ask questions on PDF, you can upload a PDF and ask it. You can give some PDFs and ask it to prepare into a table. You can paraphrase something. You can do a normal literature review. So let me just write some literature review on the topic that we were planning is consumer socialization. Let me try use of AI in consumer socialization. Just experimenting. Okay, so what it does, it automatically takes insights from the top five papers, but I don't know these are top five or not. So probably I'll go and check, or you should remember the journal. So as of now, I remember psychology and marketing is A category journal, sorted. Journal of service research is A. This is not giving the journal, so I should question it back. Don't just copy paste. Again, I need to just see what journal it is coming from. So question what AI gives us. And if it is not a good journal, which who will tell me? A rapid AI check will tell us. So it's just searching. It's Q1. So yeah, okay, not very good, but okay. Still we can hold it. So we'll check this quality, and if we see my references are good, then we can go ahead. Another option it has is you can only make it choose papers which are in the PDF. That means freely available in PDF format, maybe through ResearchGate or something, or it is an open access journal, which is again a free open journal. Then it will change the citations. If you see, the citations will change. So you have to then again see that is this a good journal or not, because that is the thing your guide will look at. You may not know, but as soon as we look at the journal title, so first thing, please remember, whenever if you're working with a good supervisor, the first thing that they will say is reference. Even till date, when we submit a research paper, the first thing that is being checked is references. They will say where, not where, I'll say what are you reading, and that defines your quality of work. So first thing, till date, what we see when our students submit the paper is the reference, and we know this is A or not A. For example, I don't know, this is not a good journal as far as I understand. Marketing letters is a FT50 journal. So let me just see if I am right. As far as I remember, marketing letters is a FT50 journal. uh it's not coming. It's okay, let me see. Is that something wrong here? Finally able to find. Let me see if again on Google Scholar I can find this. Sometimes, like, you have to cross check. You have to spend a lot of time in cross checking. Oh, Google is not able to find this paper. No worries. Marketing letters, I know, is a FT50 journal, so you can just see. And the best part is, because we have chosen their PDF or open access, again, one problem that we face here is, oh, paper is not available. But with this tool, because we have made a small selection here of PDF or open access, we can download this. Because again, your thesis supervisor may ask you, give me the PDF. Is it hallucinated paper or is it an actual paper? So because we have already shortlisted it that way, we have an FT50 paper and we have the PDF. And 200% we are confident that, yeah, this is the work we are going to do. See? So these small, small tricks you should definitely use Because imagine finding a FT50 paper which is freely accessible. Trust me, it's a Herculean task, very difficult, and that too, you see, it's coming from 2022. So as you know, in research we should take the recent papers. So trust me, being into research, finding a recent paper, number one. Number two, which is FT50, is hugely difficult. It's free PDF. So through this tool, how I use it for finding papers related to my topic, uh, which are freely available. Secondly, it will summarize the topic. That's another beauty of this. So yeah, it may get caught in Turnitin, yes. So you have to paraphrase this. There are many tools like, I don't know, on earth, like Humanize AI and blah blah blah. I would not recommend you. I would always recommend you give some time. It's simple English. Just read it, because I have been reading papers for long, and sometimes it writes so super artificial language, uh, that then your guide get pissed off that you are doing doctorate and you are copying from AI or GPT. So we have to use AI, but not make it look like AI. This is how I would put this entire thing. So this is the next tool that we have talked about. Thank you, Melissa. Right. In addition to that, so many tools are there. So you have to see which tool you could use for your research work. Every tool has a different usage. There is Smart and Thesis Generator, there's Paperpal, Jenny, Site, Copilot, Elicit, GPT, Scholar. Within GPT, if you buy a paid version, you get a Scholar GPT, which is nice. Then you have Typeset, then you have Higgs, and there are also tools on GPT by the name of Bypass Turnitin Detection. So you can use these tools also. Another tools are Gantt Pro, Semantic Scholar, Scholar So, given the volume and the nature of AI transforming research, so many new tools are coming every day. You have to make a conscious choice which one you are going to use and how you are going to use. Please do not randomly just generate from GPT or any AI or Google and put it there, because always it will come back to you with a question, what you have done, what is novelty of study, even when you're going for your thesis defense. So I'll tell you, when I was presenting my synopsis, or we also called it as concept paper, my guide asked me, who was the first author of your field? So GPT cannot tell that. That's why connected papers helps us in understanding the first author, the popular author, the more area. Those are the answers people will ask you when you are going for thesis defense, not in the beginning, but yes, for the defense. So if you follow these parameters, the probability is very high you have all the answers to these questions. Yeah, that was everything. I think we are done with the 1 hour session. We'll be having more webinars to understand how we can identify specific title with the research gaps, how to generate research questions from the research gaps, or how to identify the right methodology, how to you may have a question that, okay, I have 4 research papers my guide has given me. You are telling me, ma'am, AI, but my guide has given me, okay, input these 10 papers. So if you have those 10 papers, how you will use AI to create LR by using only those 10 papers? Because when we do research, it is like, uh, I love these 10 papers and I want you to put these 10 papers. That's how your supervisor may come sometime. So how we'll do that? We'll do a lot of webinars. So those who know me personally, they know for a long time I was on a break. Now I'm back. We'll be doing a lot of webinars together to learn how to do research. Whenever you are writing, whatever tool you're using, this is a very good quote coming from William Zenser from his book Art of Writing Well. He always says, whenever you are writing, please understand you are writing to make others understand the research. So make it simple, cut through the culture noise, Do not have miscommunications. Of the baddest part of GPT, maybe in some upcoming seminars I'll show you. I have some screenshots of that I get hold of my students. Even if Turnitin doesn't catches, I can just see and get hold of it, though these are so superficial words. These are miscommunications. We don't need to do that. It cuts out verbosity. Do not write rubbish. Please understand. Nobody is there to read a lot of thing which is unrelated. So less is more. Clearly talk about what is your novelty, which you can clearly get from your connected papers. When you are writing, show your leadership skills, that okay, this is a project I'm working on, this is how I'm going to solve a business problem. And good writing can open doors to new opportunities for research, such as paper publications, conference proceedings, collaborations, and whatnot. So this is a small video. I don't know, it will run, it will lag or something.
You're not making any sense. Sorry, you ruined it all.
Okay, so I'll just send this PPT to you all so you can see this, because it may lag to many of us. Please remember, writing, which we are talking about in today's class, is hard work. When we are writing, a clear sentence is not an accident. Very few sentences will come out right the first time or even the third time. Remember this in moments of despair. If you find that writing is hard, it is, because it is hard. So we will write our dissertation. We'll use a lot of AI. Of course, AI has made it easy for us, but still, writing takes a lot of time. So yeah, that was everything from my side. If you have some questions, let me see the chat box. uh, yeah, we'll be sharing this recording with everyone. Anu, yeah, thank you, Biz. How do we find about other webinars? So I think other webinars would be posted on the web page also. And if you fill you are in the mail list probably by now, so that's how you'll get access. And to discuss research, I always say I have developed a model which is called as agile research. So if you want to get that book, please fill this Google feedback form. So I'll send each one of you that free book which you can use for writing your thesis fast using AI. So it's a complete book. uh, so you have to do what? Fill the form for the agile book. I should type. So please fill form A for the feedback, which will make me motivated. Two, to get free agile book. And three, to get the coupon code that was promised to you, which you can use for upcoming webinars. And we'll be having a series of this. In addition to that, still, if you have some questions, you can always write back to the email which you received the link from. Somebody would get in touch with you to solve that. uh, Melissa, thank you, you're so kind, Melissa. So yeah, that was everything from my side. Please fill the feedback form so that I can understand how did you like the session, so that I can send you the book and also the coupon codes. Recordings will be shared to you. Thank you, everyone. So, guys, you can just give me a nice uh, thumbs up if you are liking this session. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate. I'll put more hard work. Next time we'll be more focused, and slowly we'll be able to get hold of this dissertation in a great way. Thank you so much for your valuable time. We'll have other sessions as well. Even if you want some particular topic for me to cover, please feel free to write it back, and we can organize like-minded sessions. Thank you. That's so kind of you, Melissa. All right. Good night. In India, it's good night. So good night. Bye, everyone. And good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone you are. Thank you so much for your time. Bye, everyone. We'll meet soon.